In the 1980s, the days of my youth, there was a popular television program whose evocative theme song proclaimed in its title, "Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came." I think that sentiment is attractive and appeals to many of us. Don't most of us sometimes feel that longing to be fully known and fully valued just because we've turned up? Freemasonry is a very large organization which gives us a united ability to make a real difference for good within society. But at the same time, we operate in much smaller local lodges where we can know and enjoy the intimacy of true friendship binding us together. No wonder we find ourselves drawn to this great fraternity. But I wonder, especially for those of us who have been Masons for many years, whether we can actually remember the feelings and emotions of our earliest moments in Freemasonry. When I concentrate on those far distant memories, I find I can actually remember a great deal. I remember that the friendship and convivial company was part of what drew me to my mother lodge. But I also recall that those desires were not met straight away. On the night of my initiation, and for some time afterwards, I really only knew my proposer and seconder, though slowly, over time, I began to get to know other members of the lodge as well, and started to build true, lasting friendships. The more those friendships started to be built and developed, the more comfortable I felt. And the more comfortable I felt, the more strongly I felt drawn back to future meetings. Until, in the end, I found myself longing for the next meeting before I'd even climbed into bed after the end of the previous one. It is easy to become so comfortable with our immediate circle of friends that we forget how to open that circle and let new people in. We must not let that happen. The old and the new must be united if Freemasonry is truly to be a model of fraternity. We all have a responsibility for making sure that every initiate has that same experience of growing day by day in commitment to his lodge, precisely because he finds himself drawn more and more into the fellowship of the brethren and their friendship. As quickly as possible, he needs to understand that his lodge is indeed the place where everybody knows his name and they're always glad he came. A place built on relationships and thriving because of the strength of those friendships. The recent launch of the Welcome Project in both the Craft and the Royal Arch will help London Freemasonry to focus afresh on these ideals. The Welcome Project will give each lodge initiate and chapter exaltee the opportunity to see another initiation or exaltation just a short while after his own, and to do so in the company of his peers, the other recent initiates and exaltees of neighbouring lodges and chapters. The chance to view a ceremony so soon after experiencing it as the candidate will undoubtedly help to cement the important teachings of the ritual. But at the same time, the Welcome Project will build networks of recent candidates, allowing strangers to become friends over time and promoting intervisitation between and amongst each other's lodges. By promoting the Welcome Project, we will be living out our responsibilities as mentors, a task that truly falls to every member of the craft, and not just to those who wear the mentor's collar. As we do so, our lodges and chapters will become stronger and better places of true welcome and fellowship. It is easy to welcome a candidate on the night of his initiation. The harder task is to make that work continue and be tangible in the days and weeks and months that lie ahead. When we do so, the benefits are felt by everyone, and the whole lodge flourishes. The Welcome Project is one more tool to help us achieve that goal. May our lodges be places of true friendship, mutual commitment, and enduring warm welcome.